Well, hello everybody. I'm back with another coffee rant. Well, we got a new Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, and boy, it's the news media after him because he won't retract his biblical beliefs. He's a godly man, believes in the Bible. How refreshing. You know, them rhinos, they call Matt Gaetz a traitor and all kind of stuff. But that's the way our government's supposed to work anyway. But you know, that's why I believe God put him in there at the right time when we need him. So that's what I'm gonna say about that. And speaking of wars, you know, there's a lot of wars going on across the water, but there's a war right here in our country. War of good and evil. I mean, you just look at the protests of these people protesting Israel and hollering death to Jews. People, that's Nazi tactics. That is what the Democratic Nazi Party has become, and they become a communist Nazi party. You know, Democrats used to support Israel. Now they support Palestine. They won't come out and condemn it, so if they don't come out and condemn it, if you don't condemn something, you're for it. That's the way I see it. You know, you had the Turkey come out against Israel, and the president of Turkey, Erdogan, made a speech, and the film that I seen, and they panned back, and there was thousands and thousands of people there to protest Israel. You know, the countries are taking sides. You've got Iran, Syria, Turkey now, North Korea, China, and all those countries. And here we stand, the United States, in the middle with a few warships and aircraft carriers. We're closer now to World War III than we ever have been. We're closer now to our kids, the grandkids, being in a war. And, you know, but I do believe that God is working a little bit in this country because he put Mike Johnson in there who was not ashamed of Jesus Christ and the Bible. Not ashamed to speak his faith out. And I also believe that God is working through President Trump because people, there's no man that could stand the pressures that he's under. That he's being hit from all sides with lawsuits, slander, and they're trying to do every way in the world to keep him out of the election. And you know, we've got to be very careful because China Joe Biden thinks he's some kind of Roosevelt, and he wants to be a wartime president, and if he can get Congress to declare war, if something happens, well, then he's going to enact martial law, and there'll probably be no election. You know, so we're in a critical time, I believe, as people that believe in Jesus Christ. It's very important that we stick together, stand up together, and put the armor of God on and pray together. You know, my favorite thing out of the Bible is if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, that you can move mountains. And I know you've heard me say it a lot. I believe that. I believe our faith. I believe if we stand up together and we have faith that we can turn this country around, turn it back to God. You know, and get the hearts of these kids, you know, get God, you know, there ain't no fear of God no more. You know, you got these people that got these signs, you know, and LGBT support Palestine, transgender support. You know what would happen if those people flew overseas, over there in Palestine to give their support? They would kill them. They'd cut their heads off, or stone them, or hang them up for the buzzers to, you know, I mean, they're that stupid to support something, that organization, that will kill you. But to see, that's the brainwashing of these communist professors at these colleges. You know, you got Black Lives Matter come out for it. Well, all these companies that donate all these millions and millions of dollars to Black Lives Matter, all you've done is you've just supported Hamas. So all you companies out there, you woke companies that jumped on the Black Lives bandwagon and supported this organization, you've just supported Hamas. So, and you've got that Rashida Tlaib up there actively talking about supporting Hamas. A congresswoman in the United States Congress. She ought to be expelled, and the rest of that squad with her. To me, it come out, if it's true, that Hamas sent money to her campaign for her congressional run, then that disqualifies her right there. She should be expelled from Congress immediately. So, you know, we're in trouble, people. And our way out is through Jesus Christ. And, you know, I was listening to Mark Hatfield this morning talking about, I missed his live, but I watched the replay. He had some good words, and was talking about once we was a Bible Belt, you know, and had a boat block, and we with all these woke churches and everything going woke, you know, we're not the Bible Belt anymore, and I believe he's right. But we can be again. You know, we've been pushed down not to get on these platforms to speak the truth. You know, I listen to Gregos 55 to read the Bible. I get more out of it that way than I can read it myself. But not understanding a lot of things in the Bible, I look for that's why you've got a preacher to preach to you. That's why if you open the Bible and you study it a little bit, it seems like Jesus will, or God will put the words in your head right, I guess I'm trying to say, that's understanding. If that makes any sense. I know I'm rambling a little bit, but I'm just trying to explain how I believe. But I believe my whole heart that Jesus Christ died for my sins. You know? And I've got faith that he can turn anything around. But we have got to have faith in him. We've got to call on him. We've got to pray. We've got to stand up together. I believe it my whole heart. You know, you've got some good people, you know, on these platforms that you know, speak a lot more eloquently than I do. I do the best I can. I'm just some old country hick, some old farmer, you know, that believes in right from wrong. You know, I believe we ought to get back to the old ways on a lot of things, you know. In a lot of ways, modern technology has killed this country and the world, and in some ways it's helped, you know. But the biggest thing is that the devil has used it for evil purposes. So as Christians, we've got to turn that around and use this technology for God. You know, that's, I really believe that, you know. You know, I don't write nothing down before I do these things. I just sit down and what's on my mind and what comes to my heart is what I speak. You know. But that being said, I've rambled enough, you know. Let's pray for this country. Let's pray for Mike Johnson, new Speaker of the House, that God continues to work through him. Let's pray for President Trump, that God continues to help him. And listen, people, let's pray for that man, or these two men, because they're standing up for us, and we need to stand up for them. And this is going to be the most important election in your lifetime. You know, let's support President Trump because he's standing up for us, and we need to stand up for him. And Mike Johnson, the new Speaker of the House, and Jim Jordan, and a whole host of others up there. They ain't but too many of them you know, that, we can put, faith in that's working for us. So you guys have a great Sunday. God bless you. And let's pray for one another, let's pray for this country. And good Lord willing, I'll see you next time. You guys have a great Sunday. I've got just a little bit of welding to do, and I'll call it a day. I'll see you next time.